Hi, my name is Cody Coleman, and this is my new life story. I grew up in a household where my stepfather was Catholic, and my mother believed in the Lord, but we never attended any church or services until grandparents came in. Then we went to Catholic Mass. And being a very active, rambunctious ADHD child, that did not settle well. But I always knew that I believed. And I had a good close friend who would take me to, Bible study or, vacation Bible school in the summers. And so I was always slightly connected and always a believer, but never all in, I would say. More of a, when it was convenient or I was asked to go, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, it's something to do. So after that, honestly, I had just hit a point in my life where I just kind of stopped and looked around and I went, I'm a believer, but I'm not attending any services. I don't even own a Bible. And that was a conversation I had had with some friends, is I don't have to go to church to believe in God. But then as I thought more about it, following Jesus was different than being a believer. And I had met my now wife, Molly, and I'd been attending a church and I was comfortable there. I liked how things were ran and the music, and it put me in the spirit, I would say. And we went a few times, and then when we started a relationship, she kind of let me know she didn't really like that church. It wasn't for her. It was a little too commercial, I guess you could say. When we got serious, we decided that we needed to find a church together. I had some good friends that were attending church. Tiffany and TJ Holgerson were members here, and I just reached out. I'd known Tiffany since she was pretty young. So we came in, and I was sold the first day. The churches I had went to before, I always felt it was either so small everybody knew my business, which is really not what I wanted out of a church, or so large it was just a hi, how you doing on Sunday, and then nothing else mattered. This was the right fit that made me feel like I could be accepted and not judged, but also be a part and actually find more about Jesus here, as opposed to show up on Sunday and smile and wave. My wife and I, when we were dating before we got married, just kind of looked at each other probably 3 or 4 months in, and we're like, I think this is where we want to be. So we went to the New to New Life event on a Saturday or a Sunday after church, and we went through the whole booklet and became members. And it was the first time I felt a part of something, and it felt right. I always tried to volunteer and serve in some way. Eventually I got asked to be head of the safety team, given my background in security and martial arts. And I was actually part of the security team for a little bit. Had a few other people that were trying to just kind of hold it down until they could find someone that could fill the position, I think. And then I got asked, and I was honored. I wouldn't say there was a big catalyst that made me say, yes, this is my faith. I would say once I became a believer and started following Jesus, my eyes were open to how he's always been right beside me. There was a short stint when my son and I lived in Texas, and we were homeless, living out of our car. And it wasn't too long, a few weeks, 3-4 weeks maybe max. And then a friend had realized that something was off and offered for us to stay with them until we got on our feet. And I just look back, and again, now looking back, see that he was just right there with us, and just knowing now that he's always been beside me was a big eye opener. But there wasn't a catalyst that kind of made me say, yes, I am a believer. It was just one day I realized I am a believer, and I want to be in service somewhere, getting closer to God.